The truth is important for me, so I'm going to share my honest take on Christianity because I believe this is how we grow closer to God, not by blindly following what already has been said, but by questioning when we are concerned. So I must say that I am deeply concerned with some of the beliefs a lot of Christians hold today. I've been dabbling into Christianity the last few months, and I think the essence is misunderstood. My main problem is that people identify with Christianity and think that that's what saves them, their identity with Christ. But truly, all this does is take you away from God, and I will show you Bible verses to prove this to you. So I've written it down. Psalm 139, Psalm 139, verse 7 to 10. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me, your right hand will hold me fast. This this song indicates that God is always within you, wherever you are, and yet our faith is still so weak that our mind takes over and creates a false identity that only stops us from realizing that God is within us. And I believe it's this need for our mind to cling onto an identity that keeps us away from truly surrendering our will to God. Because what is this identity? It's a story your mind tells you about who you are, and it is based on your past. Whatever you did in the past formed like your identity, and all this does is serve the ego so that it feels comfortable and keeps like this consistent image. So it will literally make you repeat the same pattern of your life over and over again because it doesn't like to change, it likes to keep consistent. But Christianity is about giving up your life, giving it to Jesus Christ, completely surrendering. And if this identity keeps you from changing, letting go of your past, then it's only holding you back from getting closer to God. It's not strengthening your belief to have this identity as a Christian who prays every single day, goes to church and whatever. An identity never serves you because it only keeps you in the past. So this will just keep you from giving your life to God. Okay, so here's another verse. To truly find God, we must give up our life and therefore our identity. Like it says in Matthew chapter 16, verse 25. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it. I think this makes a lot of sense, but how do we then go about losing this false identity that serves our mind? It's just created by our mind to be comfortable, and it makes like the worshipping to God more a thing that's gonna make the mind feel comfortable and not come from the heart. And that's what's gonna make us enter the kingdom of heaven, not by living up to a false identity that you have in your mind. So we need to let go of it. But how can we do that? It's through quieting our mind. We need to make it quiet. So not living in worry of the future or not living based on an identity on the past. We need to realize that the only thing that exists is the present moment. The past is just memory and the future is just your expectations. And God is found in the now within you. So it's in the present moment that we find Him. And I have Bible verses to show you this. John chapter 8, verse 56 through 58. Your father Abraham rejoiced at the thought of seeing my day. He saw it and was glad. You are not yet 50 years old, they said to him, and you have seen Abraham? Very truly I tell you, Jesus answered, before Abraham was born, I am. He didn't say that he was before Abraham. He said, I am. He is always there present. Another one, John 14 verse 20. On that day you will realize that I am in my Father, and you are in me, and I am in you. So, if God is within you and you are with God, or within God, aren't we just one and the same? And He's found within you. The First Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16. Don't you know that you yourself are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in your midst? God is in the present moment inside of you, and this makes it so clear. So you have to stop worrying about living up to this Christian identity, because that only blocks you from seeing God, because this identity keeps you in the past, but the God is found in the present. So you need to let go of that identity. I think that's quite clear. And yet so many of us cling to this identity because it's comfortable, because our mind wants to keep this identity alive, and it's going to feed you thoughts so that you continue living in the same pattern, so that you keep feeding this identity so that it can stay alive. But that's not you. You are not your thoughts. You are not this identity. You are not like the routine you've done. You're so much more than that. You're always there, no matter what you do. So we need to let go of this to truly realize that God is found within. And it's only gonna block you if you continue to have this identity. Because like it is said in Matthew chapter 7 verse 21 through 23. Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father. Many will say to me on that day, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and in your name drive out demons, and in your name perform many miracles? Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you, away from me, you evildoers. So it's not about doing things in the name of Jesus, in the name of the false identity your mind is trying to hold up to feel safe. If you do that, your faith will be false, it will be shallow, and it will be based on this need to keep the identity created by your mind, and not true surrender in your heart and follow God. So what you should do, don't build a spiritual identity, build a spiritual life. Don't focus on labels, focus on living the living presence that God is already within. So don't use God's name externally, know that He is within you internally. So spiritual identity like Christian labels, religious activity like praying is completely meaningless, and will do nothing without this inner authenticity and presence, knowing that God is within you. That is what gets you into the kingdom of heaven, not all of the actions you do to keep this self-image or this identity alive, because it's not true. It's based on the past, and the past doesn't exist. It's the moment now, and God is found now. He is always there. So let go of the past, let go of the future, and realize that it's in the present moment that we find God. And this is like the biggest concern I have. Okay, so the other thing is that everything God wants you to know is already within you. You don't need to go somewhere to become complete. In the image of God, He already made you perfectly. So trying to look outside to find God or to become complete is just another way from escaping God, running away, getting further away from Him, because He's already within you. And thinking that you're not complete, that you need to go somewhere else to find Him, that's not gonna serve you. Everything you need is inside of you. You're one and the same. So remember that when you're reading the Bible, you're not looking to find something new that will save you and make you better. You're reading to remember who you truly are, your true self. You're reading to remember your true self. You're not reading to enforce this false identity, right? You're reading to remember who you are so that you can forget about the past and the future. So the Bible is there to awaken what you already know inside, not to teach you something new. God is already with you. The verses awaken your awareness in His presence. That's Psalm 139, verse 7 through 10. And John 14, verse 17. The Spirit lives within you. The Word awakens that recognition. It's all within you. The Word is only there to make you remember, okay? You have this true identity that God created, and we have completely forgotten about it. And I'm sorry that I'm looking down at my script, but I needed it to make this video good. It's a false identity that keeps us from realizing God. That He's within you, that everything you need is already within. It's the mind. It's the mind that keeps us away. Okay? So practically, what I'm trying to say is that you need to let go of your identity. Because, like I've said so many times, and I can't stress this enough, from what I've read, from what I've understood, God is within you, and He's within you in the present moment. If you go anywhere else, if you worry about the future, if you keep repeating the same pattern to enforce this identity, I don't think you're gonna be saved, because then are you truly putting your trust in God? No. Everything you do is just there to make your mind feel good, because it's stronger than your love for God. So your mind can be so powerful, it can create so many beautiful things in this world, but can also destroy the most beautiful thing, which is your love for God. So I need you to quiet it down. And what can you practically do? I think that maybe this might sound controversial, but maybe you should consider meditation. Maybe the Buddhists weren't so wrong about this. I mean, what's the essence of that? You're quieting down your mind, you're letting go of false identity, realizing that life is found in the present moment within, and that peace is found within. Not looking outside, not worrying about the future, just being in the now. I think that when we are in the present moment, that's when we truly see God. I've been meditating for the past week, and I must say, I don't feel further away from God. If anything, I feel closer to Him. I feel that He's within me, and I feel this deep trust that I can let go of my mind. I don't need to think, I don't need to worry, I don't need to take charge and think about what to do. I can surrender completely because I'm in the present moment and I've realized that He's within. And this is the biggest mistake I think people make. So take the good part from Buddhism. They want you to be in the present moment and apply that to your own life. I'm not saying they have some other beliefs that maybe aren't the right ones, because from what I understand, based on evidence, Jesus is the Son of God. So obviously we're not gonna go become Buddhists, but you get what I mean. Take the essence from it, maybe try being in the present moment a bit more, and then maybe you will start seeing God if you felt far away from Him, because you've always let your mind lead. You're always letting yourself take the lead. But if you surrender to the present moment, then God can take the lead and He's gonna guide you. So this might sound like a controversial idea, but if you found it interesting, you can leave a comment, and I'm so thankful like that you watched this video to the end, because I totally do not care that I'm reading the script, I'm not speaking perfectly. I just wanted to speak my mind about this, and if this reaches one person who finds this useful, I'm happy. So thanks for listening to this video, and I will see you in the next one.